Alright boys, episode 2 of the Nothing to a Butterfly Knife series starts now. We ended last episode with $68.80, which is honestly insane for day 1. Today, we're going for the biggest jump so far. The trade-ups we're doing can literally pass us push $200 if we hit it. Same rules as the previous one, no gambling, no cases, and no bullshit like that. Just pure profitable trade-ups and pray to Gaben that we hit. And of course, since a ton of new people are watching this series, I'm still giving away a Navaja knife. If you want to enter, just like, comment, and subscribe. Now, quick disclaimer that I mentioned in my first episode, because of the new Steam update, every skin you get from a trade-up is locked for 7 days, and I don't have a week to wait between every episode, so for this series, we're calculating my profits and losses as if I could sell instantly. You still see the real profit, real losses, but this is a bit of a shortcut. Anyway, the trade-up that I really want to do today is this trade-up for the factory new Glock Axia. So for this trade-up, you'll be using 6 Minimalware 5.7 heat-treateds, and to get them, literally just set up buy orders for less than $12. Now, the good thing about this trade-up is that even if you get the worst outcomes, as you can see here, even if you get skins with floats of 0.13, it is still very usable for this trade-up. Now, if you want the Glock Axia to come out in the factory new condition, you need the adjusted average float of the 10 skins to be less than 0.10. So to do it, I want you to use 4 very cheap factory new skins. Literally just buy anything with an adjusted average float of 0.06. If you don't know what adjusted average float is, I explained everything in my trade-up guide video, so make sure to check that out after watching this video. But anyway, the only purpose of these skins is to just bring the adjusted average float down. Now, the total cost of this trade-up is more than $80, and if you recall, we only had around $68 in our Steam balance, so we will have to do some trade-ups before this. But anyway, this will give us a 30% chance to get the Glock Axia, which will be more than $111 profit after Steam tax. Then we have another 30% chance to get the Galil, which will be around a $21 profit. Then a 40% chance to get one of the filler outcomes, which will be some big losses. Now, part 1 of this video will be first trying to get to $81, so you'll be doing some cheap trade-ups. And part 2, let's try out that expensive trade-up and pray to God that we don't lose. So for the first trade-up for this video, I had some leftover skins from this StatTrack Genesis trade-up that I showed in my first video, so let's try them out. So keep in mind that the prices that I am showing in here are the prices of before I posted the trade-up. And the skin prices have went up by like 20% after posting the video, but I'm pretty sure it will improve over the next week. And hopefully you guys can try this trade-up out as well. But anyway, for a quick recap, we'll be using 8 StatTrack well-worn Genesis skins and 2 StatTrack field-tested recall skins. I already explained in depth on how to get these skins. It is super easy. And for the outcomes, you'll have a 16% chance to get the M4A1 liquidation, which will be more than a $10 profit. But then the rest of the outcomes will be losses of anywhere from $68 to as much as $2. Now, as of making the script of this video, this is the updated prices of this trade-up. So the prices of the well-worn Genesis skins have went up by like 20%, but it is still a very profitable trade-up, so make sure to try them out. But anyway, I had 9 attempts of this trade-up, and I was hoping to get at least 1 or maybe even 2 M4A1s, but unluckily, I got 0 of them, which is quite unlucky. Now, I also had some left up inputs from my first video of this non-StatTrack Genesis trade-up, so let's use them all up as well. Again, if you want a more detailed explanation of this trade-up, just check out that video. But also make sure to take note that prices have increased slightly, so make sure to check out in Trade-Up Spy if it is still profitable. But anyway, again, we have a 16% chance to get the M4A1S liquidation, so we should be getting one every 6 attempts. But I literally did 21 of these trade-ups and didn't get a single one. And on my last one, I finally got the M4A1, but we did 9 StatTrack and 21 non-StatTrack trade-ups in a row and didn't get the M4A1. The odds of that happening was 84% raised to 30, which is 0.5% by the way, which is so unlucky. But anyway, after calculating the profits and losses of those 31 trade-ups, we ended up with a loss of $15.48, which is insane unluckiness. And that now puts our Steam balance to $53.33. So even though we were really unlucky there, luckily it was a very cheap trade-up. Now before we move on, let's hear a quick word from the sponsor of this video. The CS2 market's been crazy lately. If you're like me and still hunting for low float skins for trade-ups, Skins Monkey makes it stupid easy. You can instantly swap your old skins for the new ones safely. And if it's your first time trading, use code ELSO for a free $5 bonus. Also, you can deposit via card or crypto and get a 35% bonus on your deposits. Make sure to check them out, link is in the description. Next up, I wanted to try this trade up for a minimal where it'll be green energy. This is a restricted to classified skin of using 4 field tested boreal and 6 minimal wear fracture skins. So to do this trade up, you first need to get field tested glocking birds or M4A for sheet lightnings with a float less than 0.23. Then for the fracture skins, you have 2 options. So you can use one of these 3 skins and get them with floats less than 0.11, or use one of these 2 skins which you need to have a float less than 0.09. So once you get some skins, just plug and play them in Trade of Spy until your adjusted average float is less than 0.2000. This will make it so that your 8LP green energy will come out in the minimal wear condition, which will be a $37 profit. Then the rest of the fracture skins will be around a $13 loss, but overall this is a really profitable trade up. Okay boys, first attempt for the 8LP green energy. Yeah, yeet. Nice boys, nice. Okay, with that big W, we now have enough to try out this trade up for a factory new Glock Axia. So it is insanely easy to get these floats, so let's just try them out. Okay, in this attempt, we inputted 757 heat treateds, and that gives us a 35% chance to get the Glock or a 35% chance to get the Galil. So Gaben, please don't let me hit the 30%. Yeah? Yeet. Ooh, okay. We hit the right collection, but sadly it's a Galil, but of course we'll still take that. Okay, so I just realized that if we hit one of the loss outcomes, that will put our Steam balance back to $10 to $20, and I really don't want to do this series again. So let's first test our luck with the 8LP green energy trade up again. Second attempt of the 8LP green energy. Yeah, yeet. Fuck, that's a bad outcome. Next attempt, can we please get luckier here? Still really terrible. So this now puts your Steam balance to $83.40, and I am feeling a bit degenerate. So let me try out the trade up for the Glock Axia again. Hopefully your bad luck has ran out. Okay, attempt number 2 for the Glock Axia. Gaben, please give it to me. Nice! That now puts your Steam balance to $194.40. Now, I really wanted to end the video here, but actually, let me try one more attempt of this trade up. Okay, last attempt for this trade up. Can we get another Glock, please? Why did I do that? Okay, anyway, that now puts your Steam balance to now $114.40. So we did get some good profits, but I'm now wishing that I stopped with my previous trade up. But anyway, if you want to find your own profitable trade ups, make sure to check out this video. Otherwise, peace out, boys.